just think it's funny. This is a good ass deeper cake. I just think it's funny when you're sitting here talking about some.
I couldn't find Pokemon in your Apple Music library. You can ask me to play a radio station or ask for your music on a different app.
Why?
Why the fuck?
Why was she going off?
For Pokemon?
I couldn't find Pokemon. Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
Stop. How do I make it stop?
What is that
I
wrong?
found this on the web.
No. Okay. Are we good?
Fuck off. I can't control it.
Girl, I'm about to call TLC.
Why?
I can't control it, bitch. You're about to be the next new fucking special.
Fuck off. Oh my god.
Hi, welcome to another episode of the Nightmare Rotation. I'm your host, Andrew, and I'm here with our co-host, Nyomie.
Hello.
And... Hello.
What's up?
How was your day, honestly? You haven't told me much about your day. How was your day?
Because I was at work.
Well,
Open to close.
you want to answer the question, though? How was your day?
I was at work.
Do you see how that's not an answer to the question?
It is actually.
Like, was your day at work?
Like that is literally the answer to the question. People ask me, "How are you?" and I say, "I'm here." That's the answer. I was at work.
That's how your day was?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, you're just so full of words. It's just titillating. Absolutely titillating.
Is that a real word?
Mm-hmm.
What is the definition of that?
It's like wordy.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to look up the definition of titillating for you? No, because your ass is sitting here and I know you don't fucking believe me and I'm not playing with your dumb ass.
I just feel like you
You think I make up words and I never
No.
do.
No, I just feel like you have a subscription to some kind of dictionary website and they email you a word of the day every day.
Titillating, stimulate or excite someone, especially in a
so
sexual way.
You don't know the definition.
I mean, I do, but the person who taught me the word was Miss fucking Pake. So let's be honest, do you think she was sitting here trying to tell us about what titillating was about? Let's be real. Let's be real.
You just said a word with titty in it and you didn't think it was going to be about sex?
Shut up. Like, you're just preying on my downfall on a constant basis and
Every
it's really offensive.
Day.
Like, I don't know.
I got a text this morning. I don't know if it was this morning, if it was this afternoon.
For me?
Yep. I brought my phone in here.
Yeah, because you were being a cunt.
I was not.
You were.
I was at work.
You were not answering me. I
Was
knew
at
you.
work.
I knew you saw my message.
I didn't.
Oh, okay. You didn't see my message, but then when I texted you again, you responded almost immediately.
Yeah, because I was on my phone at that time.
Oh, uh-huh.
That's how that works.
Mm.
So I got a text at 11:27 a.m. I'm awake. I'm alive. I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds about right.
12:07. I get, so you're just going to act like you don't care about me? Wow, that's wild. And so I just said, yeah, at 12:08. At 12:08, he says, wow, fake. I should just kill myself right now. I'm not going to say what I said next, but it was a threat, and it was a real one.
I don't even remember what you said. Oh.
Yeah. And I said...
Sometimes when you show me our conversations on your phone, I forget it's your phone, and I'm like, I never said that. So I looked at it, and the first thing I just saw was, you're a cunt. And I was like, girl, that's not a threat.
So then he responds back with, you're a cunt. And I said, do you want to make this person cry? And he says, girl, I want to make you cry. Because you got me over here sad. Acting like you don't give a fuck about me being alive. I could have died in my sleep.
I could have.
And
Happens
then
to people every day.
proceeds to tell me how his dad gaslit him this morning about me coming home last night.
Bro, he's sitting here talking about, she didn't come home. Yes, she did. No, she didn't. Yes, she did. No, she didn't. Yes, she did. No, she didn't. I said, I let her in the house. Silence. Like, girl, I let her in the house reluctantly. Like, I didn't want to. That's how I know I did it.
Yeah. It was actually really unfortunate. I was not paying attention to the time because the clock in my car like does not light up bright enough that I can actually see the time. And I'm never on my phone while I'm driving because don't text and drive, laws. And I went.
You went up and down many a highways.
I went up and down.
Many a highways.
Shut up! I went up and down, a street, and then I went, down the highway.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took the highway to where the stadium is.
Mm-hmm.
I got off at the exit.
Mm-hmm.
I drove on that road to the stadium. And I drove on the road that the stadium is on, north.
I was on that road the other night.
And then
I was
know.
Yeah, I was down deep in Tampa.
I know where you were.
You know where I was.
And then I went to Wendy's. And the one where my job closes at 1 a.m. And I go there at 1:30. So I had to go to one over here.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know it was 1:30 until I got there and I checked the time and it was 1:30. I said, "Oh my god, they're closed. I have to hurry up."
Oh my god.
And so I got Wendy's and I came here. What was the moral of that story?
I honestly don't know. All I was saying was you were just saying how you didn't know what time it was and you didn't mean to get here that late.
Yeah, but...
That was and I reluctantly let you in.
Yeah. My leg is asleep.
You put your stinky ass feet near me.
Shut the fuck up. Your toes were just touching me. Stop. Yeah, no. And when I left, I literally was like, I'm going on a joyride with my car. I just didn't realize what time it was. That was the moral of the story. Is I did not realize what time it was until I got to Wendy's.
And then this bitch was talking about, can you come let me in? The door was unlocked. The fucking living room was empty. I had to get my ass up for no good reason.
All you had to do is check if the living room was empty. If you
I was already up.
If you would have been like, the living room was empty, I would have been like, okay. And I would have walked in myself.
Oh my god.
But you don't know how to communicate with people.
I don't know how to communicate with people.
You don't, and that's not my problem. I mean, it ends up being my problem, but it shouldn't be.
I mean, word on the street is we're not very good at communicating with other people either, so it doesn't surprise me. I'm telling you right now, I am not dealing with hoes, whores, hillbillies, or hypocrites. I'm not.
Hoes, whores, hillbillies, and hypocrites gave you all your own first name.
So I thought that for this week, since this is the Nightmare Rotation podcast, and like this whole thing is based on Mary Jane, we might as well tell our first Mary Jane stories. And when I say first, I'm gonna use that term loosely. Because honestly, I don't think either of us really remember our first time that well.
First of all, I remember my first time really well.
Are you joking? You're playing in my face.
Yeah,
You're
I am.
playing
You
in my
obviously
face.
don't know what I was saying. I was making a joke about what you said.
No, I didn't. I didn't get the joke because you just gaslit me.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Yes, you most certainly did, dingbat. Listen.
No. Relax yourself. No, I did not. You said, I don't think either of us really remember our first times. And I said, I remember my first time. Thank you very much. And we used the whole upstairs.
I'm not getting the reference.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
First time?
First time. You saying the same words over
Just
and over.
like a virgin.
Oh. For the very first time.
Like
a virgin.
seriously? What the fuck?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm slow today.
Oh.
I'm not moving at quick
Get it
speed.
together. Anyways, no, I don't remember my first time, and that's exactly why he just said that, because he said, "Get your toes off."
I didn't
me."
mean to.
Because he sat me down and he looked at me and he said, "Yeah, I think we should talk about the first time that we smoked weed." I don't remember that. That was almost 10 years ago.
I said, "Can you remember the first time you remember?"
Like a year after. That was literally 8 years ago.
That's wild. That's a problem.
Start 'em young, kids.
Start 'em young, kids.
Root beer.
I mean, I feel like you really should go first because timeline order, you smoked before I did, and so I feel like it's fair.
I just remember my first time was with my sister. I was like 12-ish or like somewhere around there. That's really all I remember. Yeah, I just remember like getting high with her and going to bed and thinking it was so cool. One of my like earliest smoking memories, my sister smoked with me, Bianca, and Carly. We were walking Brooklyn through the neighborhood, and Bianca got so paranoid because her aunt
Oh,
lived down the
Michelle.
street.
Yeah.
And so she was like, "Oh my god, like they're outside, they're gonna see us, they're gonna know, like I'm gonna get in trouble." Like, it was so funny. We love you, Bianca. It
We
was
do
so
love you,
funny.
Bianca.
And my sister did not ever want to smoke with Bianca ever again after that. I remember that so vividly. Yeah, honestly, that's really all I remember. My first couple times smoking. There with my sister in her room, watching movies, playing Uno.
I mean, I know that like my first time smoking like was with your sister, like my very, very first time. But like it was with a shitty ass fucking pipe. Like you remember that pipe that KJ had?
No.
It was one of those shitty little tiny metal ones, like the cheapest ones you can buy at the fucking smoke shop. The ones that low key look like crack pipes.
Okay, I don't remember him ever having one of those.
It was one of those.
Okay.
And that
Go
shit
off.
was, I'd never fucking smoked weed before, and so I didn't know fucking how to hit that shit. And so I really didn't get that high. But then, like, I remember the first time I really got high was with our old friend Nate. And he had a pen. And I remember we walked, like, across the field, and we were sitting by that lake. And I remember we were sitting there, and at the time, the only thing I'd ever smoked was nicotine. Like, I'd never hit anything like that before.
My sister also got me started on that shit, too.
Oh, she got both of us there. We're gonna have her on one day, and you can all yell at her on your own behalf. But I remember we were sitting at that lake, and he had a pen, and, like, I was like so nervous to hit it, and I went to hit it. I didn't press the fucking button because I didn't know that you're supposed to press a fucking button. And so I sit there and I'm literally like, nothing comes out. I have like the faint taste of weed on my tongue, and I was like, and you looked at me and you said, "Press the button, you dumb fucking bitch." And so,
Because, are you fucking stupid?
yeah, you looked at me, you called me a stupid fucking bitch. And so then I pressed the button, and then I remember coughing up a fucking lung. And I remember I was sitting there, and it took a good, like, 10 minutes for it to hit. Like, I was sitting there, and I was fine. I was fine. And then all of a sudden, I wasn't fine. I mean, I was
Real as
okay.
fuck.
I was okay, but I wasn't fine, if that makes sense. And, like, I was sitting there, and it was, like, delayed. Like, everything felt delayed. Like, I remember. Like, I would move my head, but I wouldn't feel it until, like, a second later. And so then I remember we were there for probably like 20 minutes. Like we weren't there for long. And so then we left and we start walking across the field. And it was like I went into like sensory overload. Because I remember I was wearing joggers and I was wearing a hoodie and a shirt. And I remember walking and I remember like, first of all, I remember walking like a fucking idiot. Like I literally was like walking side to side like a penguin. Because I could like, it felt like I could feel every single skin cell on my
Walking
body.
in that field while high
was
was the longest fucking walk of my life. It always felt so long. And I'm not saying it as in like it was a hard walk. Like, oh my God. Well, it depends. Sometimes it was, depending on how hot it was outside
girl.
and the weather. But most of the time, it was not like a hard, treacherous walk. It just felt like it went on for so long. And I don't know if that means we were walking slow as fuck or like our time perception was just that fucked up. But like that walk was probably less than a mile.
Probably both, girl.
Like that walk was definitely less than a mile.
Oh, for sure.
And it felt like 7.
No, it did. But I remember walking and I remember I could feel like my clothes moving on my body. Like I could feel like every inch of like the hoodie touching my arm, every inch of my joggers like touching my leg, and I'm walking and all of it's delayed. So like I'm walking but I'm feeling it a second later. And I remember we got to your house and I stopped moving and like it was like my body caught up and I literally like and then we went inside. Actually, this isn't when I ate that pink frosting. This is when I ate the chocolate frosting.
In my bedroom.
Yeah.
And you thought that you were going to come back and yeah. Gotcha. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure your parents weren't home.
I don't remember.
They were not home. I remember this. They were not home. Your parents were not home, and so we went in your house. I ate an entire fucking tub of chocolate frosting.
You're talking.
And that I forgot about, by the way. Like I forgot about. And I remember Nyomie got
He remembers eating it.
But I don't remember eating the whole thing. Like still to this day I don't remember eating the whole thing. I'm like convinced that you ate more after I left.
Okay. It's so funny that you were going to say that right now on national television.
National television.
When I'm like an avid chocolate hater. Like the only thing I can eat chocolate wise is it has to be like stuffed with something.
Yeah, but
and
like
it has to be stuffed with like caramel or
the
like
munchies,
peanut butter.
Munchies are different.
No, it's not.
At that time it was.
For me, never. Not with chocolate. I cannot. Like chocolate icing, chocolate ice cream, chocolate cake, chocolate brownies, chocolate chips, chocolate fucking anything. Like if it does not have peanut butter or caramel or like a cream inside of it, it has always just like, I don't know, maybe that's what gives me headaches and snores is chocolate.
No, but this fucking cunt.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I did nothing to him.
I don't know if you looked at Life 360. I don't even know if you had Life 360 at the time. I think you got a text or something. And you were like, your parents were coming home. And you looked at me and you said, you are not being in my house while my parents are home and you are high. And you kicked me out of your fucking home.
That's so real of me.
And I walked my ass home. And I remember just laying in bed for a good like 4 hours. Like a good 4 hours.
That is so wild.
And I remember I woke up the next day still high.
That was the good thing about like being a freshly smoker is high hangovers are so good.
Like I would show up to first period and I was like, hey.
Real.
No, and I remember there was like when I first started smoking, there was one time we had smoked and then I came home and my parents had made wings and they were like spicy wings. And one thing about me, I don't eat like wings unless they're boneless. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put that out there. You'll never catch me eating a wing with a bone in it. I came home. My parents had bone-in wings. I ate 5 of them. 5 of them. And I remember It was so spicy. I remember I could feel the heat in my eyelashes. Like, I remember my eyelashes were burning.
That is crazy. I just remember one time, I don't even remember how this conversation happened. I just remember one time my dad caught me. I was high. So I'm going to put some information. Me and my dad are both like, we insomniacs, low key. Like, we wake up like every hour. And we would always end up meeting in the kitchen at least once in the middle of the night. And so I was high as fuck. I don't even think I had gone to bed yet. I think I had just got done smoking with my sister. And I was going to the kitchen because my favorite high food is spaghetti. My favorite high food is spaghetti, and I can eat it cold. I can eat it at room temperature. I can eat it hot. I don't give a fuck. Spaghetti and meatballs, banger, even better. Like, I'm on that shit like white on rice. And so we made spaghetti the night before. Might I add, leftover spaghetti is full. Why did you just cough like my mom? What was the point of that? Guys, for this for this podcast episode, we decided to get high while we're making the podcast, and honestly, I think it's better.
Yeah, so if you hear me cough, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try to like mute them, like, so like I don't interrupt you, but like, girl.
But leftover spaghetti is like the bangest bangy of bangers. Okay, that was such a brain rot sentence, but they're so good. It's so good. And you guys ever like have a cough that's like stuck, and you know if you breathe too deep, you're gonna cough. That's how I'm feeling right now. And so I'm in the kitchen. It's probably like 2:00 in the morning, maybe 2:30. And we used to have this little dish. I actually have the dish. I have it. My jewelry's in it. I don't know if it's in here or if it's in my car. But I have it.
I still have your fucking gravy boat.
From the Cheesecake Factory?
From the Cheesecake Factory.
The ranch boat?
Yeah.
Real.
It's literally sitting on my desk right there.
But it's like a little dish. It's like white. And it's like this. It's like the size of my phone. Like.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that big. And it's like fat. Like it's like. It comes out like that. And I would fill that up with spaghetti and meatballs. And so I'm in the kitchen filling it up with spaghetti and meatballs, and I was literally this is so embarrassing. I have this bowl on the counter and I'm staring at it. And I have a fork full of spaghetti that I was eating out of the container of spaghetti, like not from my bowl. And I'm sitting there and I'm just staring at the bowl. And all I remember was in my mind, I was like, do I want to microwave this? Or should I just take this and go to bed? And I was just like, damn. Hot spaghetti or cold spaghetti? They're both good as fuck. What is the difference? And I feel a presence next to me. Before I can even process that there's somebody next to me.
No, and I know that you didn't sense it until like it was there because that man has silent
steps,
feet.
Dude.
Like that man weighs probably 300 pounds,
No,
and
he probably weighs like 260.
Okay, he weighs enough to make a fucking sound every step he takes.
And he does.
And that man is light as a feather.
I don't know. And so before I can even like turn and like process who the fuck is standing next to me, all I fucking hear is my dad's fucking cunty ass voice. And all I hear is, "Are you gonna microwave it?" And I couldn't even like. I just like, you know that high face, like.
Yeah.
Like the mouth open. I just looked at him and I was just like, how did you know?
We Meanwhile, you're standing in front of the microwave with a dish of fucking spaghetti.
I was like, in my head again, I said, well, if he thinks I should microwave. Dude, this is like freshman year of high school. It's just so embarrassing. And so I put the bowl in the microwave. I don't hear a
There's a single tear coming down her face right now. Oh my god.
I put the food in the microwave. I watch it spin for maybe 10 seconds. I turn around. There's an empty can of Coke.
No.
An empty can of Coke. And a knife on the counter covered in peanut butter. And my dad is gone. I was like, yeah. Was this even
No.
This just stressed me out. I was so intoxicated. And I was sitting with my dad and I was like, there was peanut butter on that knife. Like, I saw it sitting there. There was peanut butter on that knife. What the fuck? Dude. That's like, I remember that.
No, because you know what you have me thinking of right now?
That's why my nose stuffy. A bitch can't breathe.
No, all I'm thinking about right now is when we went to the fucking Asian buffet for your sister's birthday with fucking Tiffany. And I drove.
Bitch, you probably did.
I drove me, you, your sister, and KJ, who's her fiance. And we smoked a fat ass blunt on the way there. I'm pretty sure we smoked the blunt all the way there, and then we smoked another blunt once we got there.
Oh my god, please sidebar, because you know what you reminded me of? When we were coming home from the Asian buffet that one day, and it was pouring fucking rain,
Oh my god.
and that Spectrum truck almost killed us.
Oh my fucking god, that was
Or
absolutely...
it was a van.
I'm pretty sure we were on the way there.
It was, I don't remember, yeah, it was. That was terrifying.
That was
Anyways,
terrifying.
Continue.
But we smoked 2 blunts. And I was so high. Like, I was so high in this fucking Asian buffet. And we got there late. Like, we got there and your mom and Tiffany and your Nana were already there. And your whole eyelash just flipped upside down.
It was stuck like that, yeah, I know it does that.
They were already there, and so we get there and they're gone. They're already getting their food. So this is when we wait at the table, we wait for the lady so we can order our drinks. And so then we leave and we go to start walking towards the buffet in that little hallway. And this is when we walk past your mom, unprovoked. Unprovoked. We walked past her mom. I stopped.
A public restaurant. A public restaurant. They didn't even know we were there yet.
They didn't even know. I stopped dead in my tracks. I look at her mom, and I just go, "Hello, Tiffany."
And She's just like, what the fuck? And I remember looking at him and I was like, what the fuck? It's like, yo, what is wrong with you?
Oh my god. No, and then so we go and we get our food, right? And we get our food. I have 2 plates. I might have had 3. I think I did have 3 because I'm pretty sure I had a plate with like the food from the buffet. I had a plate with sushi, and then I had a plate with the fucking hibachi. And so we sit down. All of us are sitting down now. Your sister and KJ are also sitting there, and I start.
This is like Advid COVID era.
Oh yeah, in the middle.
Like September 2020.
Literally. And I start eating the sushi with a fork because I'm skilled and abled in many different facets of life, but using chopsticks is not one of them.
Which still, like, that amazes me. I gotta teach you one day.
I mean, it's not like I don't know how. It's just like my brain doesn't make sense in my brain. But I'm sitting there and I'm eating the sushi with my fork, high as fuck. Like, I'm literally sitting there, my eyes are red, closed, and Naomi's sitting here, she's sitting next to me, her sister's sitting across from her. We're all high as fuck.
No, and, like, let me put emphasis on this. My dad was away at Storm, right? So it was just my mom, her friend Tiffany, and my Nana, my mom's mom, at the other end of this table. My mom and her friend, also stoned.
Mm-hmm.
My Nana, not stoned.
Not stoned.
She's not. She just doesn't do that.
And so
that's what makes this funnier.
And so I don't know what happened. I was high as fuck. I dropped my fork.
This dumbass
on the floor,
bitch.
on the carpet, on the floor
of this public restaurant. It's a fucking buffet, a Chinese buffet.
Immediately.
Asian buffet.
By the way, it was immediate. I picked the fork back up and I continue eating my sushi. And Naomi's sitting next to me, jaw on the floor. Her jaw was next to where the fork just was. Like,
my sister's on the other side of him.
Jaw also on the floor. And her fiance sitting next to her, and he's like, "What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?" And so now,
and I'm still in awe.
She's in awe, and her sister's looking at me, and her sister's like, "Did you just do that? Did you just do that? Oh my, did you just do that? Oh my god, Andrew!" And now her mom and Tiffany and her Nana are all looking from the other end of the table. And her Nana starts looking at her sister, and she's like, "Is it really spicy? The sushi's really spicy?"
We all start fucking laughing.
We all start fucking dying of laughter. And your sister's like, "Yeah, the sushi's really spicy, Nana." Mm-hmm. And then, sitting next to your mom, Tiffany, she looks over at me, and she looks at me, and she just goes, "You're high as fuck."
And was all the time. Yeah, you're dumb as fuck.
No, but then after that night, that's what Tiffany started taking us to the gas station for blunt wraps, so we were good. We were being chilling.
Real. And you know what?
No regrets. What did I say? I said, when I go, I go.
And you know what?
And it wasn't my time.
We didn't get COVID till like... Well, you got COVID before me.
Girl, I got COVID like 2 months later.
Yeah, you got COVID before me. I didn't get COVID till like a year later after that.
It was some bullshit. Let me tell you.
Yeah, our first time getting COVID. We're going to do like just a whole COVID special.
Oh my god. I've had COVID 3 times. Okay, let me tell you.
We're not doing that.
We're not.
We're
I won't go there.
We're just going to do a whole COVID special like South Park.
Oh my god.
And just talk about our COVID stories because I thought I was going to die. Let me tell you.
I mean, yeah. The first time I thought I was also going to die.
I literally thought I was going to fucking die.
Your mom was telling you to go get the fucking mail. That shit took me out.
I'm still affected by that shit. Every time I get sick now, I can't smell or taste anything. Mm-hmm. Every time I get sick, no matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Dumbass fucking shit.
Bro, you had to fucking changed toothpaste because it tasted like onions, and then you couldn't eat onions for like 6 months.
Which was so sad for me, and onions are still... Stop. Please don't make me... Please stop.
Oh my god. No, this whole fucking episode is literally just gonna be cap cuts of us fucking coughing and laughing, and I think that's so funny. Oh my god. Well, while she gets herself together over here,
You are such... You are such a fucking bitch.
Excuse me. Excuse the fuck out of me. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? What is that?
Mucus just like came up as I was trying to like breathe. It just did not. Anywho's a what's it?
I was just gonna say that we're gonna like close this out with, I think it's probably both one of our favorite stories of all time to tell. Like, I will be telling people this story till my last breath. And it is, of course, weed related. And this one also somehow involves your sister and her fiance.
And this is towards the beginning of our like...
This actually happened before the story we just told.
Oh, about the Asian buffet?
Yeah, about the Asian buffet. This happened like a whole year before that.
Yeah, it did.
We were 15, sophomores in high school, and we were buying carts off of this kid, and we'll call him Timothy. We were buying these 2 carts.
Fuck you, Timothy.
Off of Timothy, and he was doing like 2 for $60, and like that was a good deal.
Yeah, that's
It's still a good deal.
Yeah.
And so we were down for it, whatever.
I'm sorry, my throat is like
Yeah, that was a lot.
coated.
And we were down for it, you know, like he was friends with other people that we were friends with, and they were like, yeah, get from him, like he's cool, whatever. And so we're like, okay. So we walked to our neighborhood pool, and we're standing there, and you know, we're waiting for him to pull up. He pulls up. He is in the passenger seat of this fucking tiny ass little silver Nissan. I'm pretty sure that bitch.
I don't know what kind of car
I'm
it
pretty
was.
sure it was a Nissan. It was either a Nissan or a Mazda. And this bitch is driving it. We're gonna call her
Disney Channel.
I was gonna give her an actual name. I was gonna call her fucking Periwinkle.
Yeah, but I literally call her Disney Channel.
You do call her Disney Channel. We'll call her Disney.
Period.
Disney Channel, Disney for short, okay? Disney is driving the car. And so Nyomie walks up to the window. She gives him the cash. He hands her the drugs in this fucking brown paper bag. Like,
literally like a doggy bag.
like you remember the brown paper bag that your mom used to put your lunch in when you went on field trips? It was one of them.
Literally. And
she grabs it, she turns around, she walks back to me. By the time she gets back to me, I'm standing 5 feet away. They're out and gone of this parking lot. Literally dipped and left. We open the bag. But at this point, we're already suspicious. We've already started walking in the direction of his neighborhood. Because he lives in the neighborhood across from ours. Like, by this point, we were already suspicious. We hadn't even opened the bag yet. So we start walking. As we're walking, we cross the street. We take it out of the bag. There's 2 boxes. We open the boxes. One of them just has an empty cart in it. And the other one has a cart filled with olive oil. And I want to say it takes probably 5 minutes to walk from where we were to the exit of the neighborhood. And by the time we got to the exit of the neighborhood, Nyomie was already on her FBI shit, and we knew where he lived.
I was so good. I'm still so good at that, but I was so good at that shit.
And so we walked our happy ass to his house. We
scoped out the location.
We scoped out the location.
And, like, hid behind the fence of, like, a house, like, across from him and just sat there.
And we sat there. And
I called my sister.
And she called her sister. And so 5 minutes come by. Her sister pulls up. We get in the car. We tell her the exact story that we just told you. And we had the evidence at the time. Mm-hmm. That was even better. And so she's like, what the fuck? And so she pulls up to his house. She gets out of the car. She knocks on his door. His mom opens the door.
Bro, that shit gets me good every time. I love that shit. Because why does my sister tell her what happened? And she looks at my sister and she goes, again, I told him to stop doing this. And then gives my sister the $60 out of her wallet. Calls him and is like, you need to get your ass home. Tells my sister, like, I'm sorry, whatever. My sister comes back. She's in the car. I got the money from his mother out of her wallet.
We pull off. And we're parked somewhere. And we're just kikiing. We're talking about the whole thing.
We literally, the way these roads are, it's like a straight road connects all of them,
mm-hmm.
but they're just C's connected to the road. So they're not all connected, but they're all connected to the one road.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were just wrapped around it, sat at one of the stop signs.
And we were just literally sitting there just talking. And I guess some time had went by, and here comes fucking Timothy and Disney driving past us, and he's dropping her off at home, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, or she was driving him home, sorry. If I remember correctly, she stopped, and we were all yelling at each other for a good second.
Yeah, that did happen. I forgot about that.
Fuck you, motherfucker! You're a bitch! That's why you gotta scam people. Well, we were literally just screaming out the window.
And also, I always forget this part of the story, too. Simultaneously to this, what is his name? Timothy? His girlfriend was texting my phone, calling me broke.
Literally.
Oh, why are you so pressed about $60? Why did he have to scam me out of $60?
Literally.
Broke? Like, bitch, I'm up. Well, I was up. And
mm-hmm.
I was trying to stay up.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I wanted my money.
And so they drive past, and we continue to sit at this fucking stop sign because we know the bitch is going to have to drive past us again to leave. And she does. And as she drives past us, she rolls her window down, she sticks her hand out the window, and she flies a bird. And I'm in the back seat. I go, she just flicked us off. And your sister said...
My sister said, she what? Andrew said, she just flicked us off. And my sister said, bird! And now we're following this girl in a neighborhood.
And now we're following this girl.
It's like 30. The speed limit is 25 to 35 in this area.
And we were going probably 50. And we're following this girl. Her sister's driving. This girl gets onto, like, not the highway, but the main road that connects all the fucking neighborhoods. She's driving down this main road. Your sister is behind her. We're at this point, we're going easily 65, 70 down this road. Your sister runs through the stop signs, everything. Like, she did not give a fuck. She was on this bitch's ass.
Real.
This girl drives all the way up to the highway, does a U-turn, goes back down the road. Your sister followed her. And then at this point, we're following her for, it's probably been 10 minutes now. This girl, she pulls into this neighborhood. We tailgate her into this neighborhood. She gets out of the car, and this girl is sobbing.
Her neighbor is waiting for her arrival.
Yeah, the neighbor's outside. This girl gets out of the car. She's sobbing. She's in her neighbor's arms. She's like, ah, ah.
Her neighbor looks at us, and she's like, how could you do this to her? She's only 16.
She's only 16. She just started driving. And our stupid fucking asses, we roll down the fucking window. And we're sitting in the back seat. And we start looking at this fucking old lady and this stupid bitch. And we start going, we're 15! We're 15! We're 15! We start yelling, and this girl goes inside, and then we pulled off. But come to find out, years later, Disney Channel was an ex of one of our friends. And I think Nyomie told him this story.
Mm-hmm.
And we found out that it was his ex. And she had told him that she was chased by gangsters and that she thought she was gonna die. And I cannot emphasize to you enough
how amazing that is.
Not only that, but how hard we were laughing in the backseat of that car the entire time this was happening.
No, that shit was good.
Like,
that was a good one.
We were laughing so hard. And, like, further emphasis, her sister is scared to drive.
Yeah, now my sister is literally terrified.
Like, her sister is scared to drive, and she did all that.
But, like, still to this day, like, that's probably one of the craziest things we've ever done.
It's just such a wild story. Like, it is insanity.
No, like, one of the craziest things I think we've ever done. I feel like we've done a lot of shit, and that definitely is, like, top 3.
Top 3, for sure.
Like, that's...
We'll come up with the other 2, and we'll tell y'all about it another day.
Yeah, real. I feel like I don't remember half the things that we've done. Like, weed is such an impairing drug. But, like, that's the point.
I don't want to feel anything.
Like, I don't want to remember my life. If a year from now happens and I don't remember this, thank God.
Oh my God.
I'll be good.
No, but honestly, like...
Shout out to...
I don't know what song you were about to sing, but all I'm hearing is fucking that song. Shout out to my ex. Yeah. Was it that song? Was it that one? Okay.
Well, you said it. But I was going to do this. Shout out to my ex. He'll never listen to this, but...
Yeah. Whatever.
It is what it is. Any Hoosies? Yeah, no, that is definitely one of my, like, favorite, like, all-time stories, though.
We used to do a lot of stupid fucking shit when we got high, like, stupid fucking... I am allergic to peanut butter. I am allergic to peanut butter, and this bitch got me high one day, and I ate half. It was half, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ate half of a fucking chocolate peanut butter cake from fucking Publix that was for her sister, and I didn't know there was peanut butter in it. Like, I literally was so, like, just focused on eating food, I didn't taste peanut butter.
No, and it's so annoying because I take his allergies so seriously.
And I think it's so
funny.
funny.
He does not.
It's so
and
funny.
I think it's because I'm not allergic to anything. So I feel like people who have allergies are like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna stick an EpiPen in my leg and I'm chilling. Me, I'm like, you guys are gonna fucking die.
I mean, with peanuts, I'm fine. I'll just break out into hives. But like I love to just pop a Reese's in front of you. It's
yeah, that's
so
just not funny. And like, I think like this is so like on
we get
topic.
a whatchamacallit next.
Relax. This is so on topic of what we were literally just talking about. Well, not just talking about, but like he was the other person in the story. We went to the Cheesecake Factory like almost a year ago, a couple of months ago, 4 months ago, and him and my ex-boyfriend were sitting next to each other, and my ex got like chicken and shrimp something. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it was. And Andrew's other allergy is shrimp, and that one's like for real, for real. Like he low-key outgrew his peanut allergy. It's not that serious. Shrimp though, he's gonna fucking die. Okay, it's not funny. I'm not taking this man to the hospital. I'm not paying for an ambulance. It's not funny. It's not funny. And so I'm sitting there and I'm minding my own business. I'm talking to like my friend who invited us all out. And we're having a conversation. And all I can fucking hear in my peripheral eardrums is my ex looking at him on some, do you want a bite? And Andrew being like, yeah, it looks good. I said, no. No. You got, no. Andrew cannot eat that. And Andrew's like... what's the there is shrimp on that fucking plate, bitch. You're not eating it. Like it, and they're like, oh, like, is it not funny? And Andrew's like, no, it's really funny. I'm like, it's not.
It was.
It's not funny. I was like, he likes to think that it's funny, but it's really not. And so our other friend that we were with looks at him and was like, so it's funny. And I was like, fuck all of you. It's not. Like, I'm not trying to have my best friend on a fucking hospital bed because he can't breathe. Like, what is funny about that? Nothing.
Nothing.
Like, literally nothing. But, everyone who was at everyone who was at that table at the Cheesecake Factory, I would love to see you again.
I had a great time.
Yep. Everyone.
Oh my god. Calm down.
Sorry. Anyway. Yeah. I love weed, though. Weed has brought a lot of friendships into my life. I think it's made a lot of friendships stronger. It's definitely made a lot of connections with people. It's a good thing to do when you don't have anything else to do.
I would also say that it's also ruined friendships in some aspects.
Really?
Yeah, I just feel like when people can't keep up with us...
Why are your feet on me?
I'm sorry. When people can't keep up with us, it drives us, like, insane. Like...
What do you mean?
I'm not naming anyone's name. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But... You need to connect the dots. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. When people can't keep up, it becomes a problem for us. Or when our entire friendship is just about that, I can't. Like, I love to smoke with some of our closest friends, like Mary and Charlie, and like even like Nick Lee. Like, he doesn't smoke, but
when he did,
it was fun, and like, but our friendship isn't about that. And I just feel like sometimes with people, it's just about that. And it's not like, I don't have any actual, like, connection with you. And I can do this at home by myself.
Realties. Because anything I can... What is it? I don't know what it is, but I do it better. I don't know. Weed is a great substance, though.
Agreed.
And I saw Biden was talking about something about how people shouldn't be getting arrested. Something about like
marijuana. He did. He said people shouldn't be getting arrested for marijuana. Yeah. And people on Twitter are like, okay, you're the president, so fucking do something about it.
No, literally, like, make that shit recreational so I can walk around with my pen and mind my own business.
I mean, the thing is like, even if they make it like federally recreational, it's not gonna just exonerate people with past convictions.
No, but it should, and some lawyer definitely can make a lot of money doing that.
Oh no, I 100% agree, but that's just not what's gonna happen. Because what's gonna happen is they're gonna say, well, at the time this was the law and you broke that law, so therefore you have to be in prison.
Real, of course. But fuck that shit. Some lawyer will win that.
Some lawyer somewhere.
The right lawyer in the right judge's courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
Get them bitches on all rise. Day in it. I feel like there's another good one that we can tell. But I can't think of it. I think we have a lot of good ones.
I mean, the one where we snuck out that one's so funny.
Yeah, but that's not, I mean, really, like, about weed.
No, it's not.
But we were high.
We were very high.
Yeah, so Andrew used to say the night at my house. This was, like, right after Andrew got his license, probably. And my dad was out on storm because he was a lineman. And me and Andrew snuck out at, like, 2 a.m. And we locked my bedroom door. I had French doors, so you can lock it from the outside. You just had to, like, fuck with it. And we went out, we smoked, we got scared. The park was scary at night. And we
still smoked 2 blunts.
Yeah. And we came back home and we were high as fuck. I think we stopped at the gas station.
Maybe.
Probably. But we were high as fuck.
Yeah.
We get back to my house. I open the front door. We go to my room. And, like, I go to push my door. to push the thing down so it will just push open and I can like go in my room. And before I even get it, I like fuck it up and it just snaps and like goes back down. And all I hear is my mom's bedroom door open. And all I hear is Nyomie. And me and Andrew run.
We fucking beelined it.
Into my bathroom.
Into the fucking bathroom.
And we hide behind the door with the lights off. And we leave the door open so she doesn't think that anyone's in there. And we're just sitting there fucking laughing. Cackling into our hands. Andrew starts getting the fucking hiccups. So all you hear and I'm covering his mouth with my hand. My mom tries to wiggle open my bedroom door and she's like, why is the door locked? Nyomie? And then she walks over to the bathroom and me and Andrew are still trying not to fucking laugh out loud.
I'm still hiccuping.
And I don't remember what she said. What did she say?
She said some shit like, you know, I can hear when you open the door, Nyomie.
She didn't hear shit. And we got confirmation of that because we just told this story to her like literally yesterday. And she was like,
I don't remember this. She was like, that's funny.
She was like, yeah, I don't even remember that. Like, I don't even remember what you're talking about, but no, I don't even remember thinking that you guys snuck out. I don't even remember that. Honestly, I don't remember. And I was like, wow. Because after she walked away, we literally looked at each other and we were like, this bitch didn't hear shit.
We were like, she doesn't fucking know.
And we went in my room and went to sleep. That shit was good. That was a good one. I remember locking the door too. I was like, she's not catching us, bro.
That was before you had your dog.
That was. Before I had my dog, we had a good life. I used to do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Then I got my dog and couldn't do anything.
But we love her though.
I still did everything anyways.
Oh yeah, we love her though.
Yeah.
She's got a really big head.
But she grew into it.
It's still big.
Yeah, but she grew into it. She's big. She's a big-headed, big-bodied ass bitch.
You know what she's not?
What?
A whore, hoe, hillbilly, or hypocrite.
Rio. Yeah, that's so true. Another thing I love is I love something with my parents.
Your mom, when
my
she
mom
gets
is
so high,
funny.
My
mom is
fucking
so
hilarious.
Funny. Cut the clip of how Andrew was coughing earlier because that is how my mom laughs. Or no, that's how my mom coughs when she gets high because she doesn't like to cough.
Yeah, for visual reference, I was trying to suppress a cough, and that is what her mom does. She likes to try to not cough at all, which just makes everything like a million times worse.
It is honestly one of the funniest things.
Bro, just take the eyelash off.
I literally am. I'm just trying to like soothe my eye.
She's the lost cause.
It itches. No, my mom is hilarious when she gets high. My dad is hilarious all the time.
Yeah.
But even funnier when he's high. And my dad will hit pens until he dies. I don't know why he thinks that's fun. I don't know why he thinks that makes him feel good. But it does. Anytime I hand my dad my pen, he's blinkering it. And my dad is coughing up a fucking lung for 8 million fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
Literally every time. And it is some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. Some of the things that have come out of his mouth are, help me. I can't breathe. What did you say he said?
He called you a nasty motherfucker.
No, about his lungs.
Oh, he said his lung was gonna crawl out his throat and slap him across the face.
Yeah. He said that he needed a lung doctor. My dad has said a lot of things.
He called you a filthy fucking liar.
Like, he's just so funny. He's just so funny. I think it's hilarious. But that's the man who raised me. You know what I'm saying? That's the man who raised me. That's who I am. Well, this brings us to the end of this week's podcast. So our nightmare rotation this week is Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Marjorie Taylor Greene and Drake. What a fucking group.
I honestly, like,
What a group.
I'm just not, a Taylor Swift girl. I used to be growing up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so honest. I'm not a Taylor Swift girl.
I'm not a Taylor Swift girl. Working with people who are makes it even worse.
Yeah, and I need to emphasize that. I don't know if there's any Swifties currently listening to me right now. But you make me also not want to like Taylor Swift.
No, real. Because, like, why do you act like that?
Like, I would like Taylor Swift more if the Swifties did not exist.
Real.
So, like, I don't give a fuck about her and Travis Kelce. I don't give a fuck about the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't give a fuck about any of it. I don't give a fuck about a tortured poets department. I don't give a rat's ass.
Yeah, and I just had to add Travis Kelce too. Like, he had to be the second person because, like, I just feel like that makes sense.
Like, I don't know if their relationship is, like, exists existentially like a cash grab or whatever, but, like, if it is, they did so very fucking successfully.
Isn't the football season, like, over?
I mean, yeah, because the Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
Okay, and they're still together, so I feel like it's...
I mean, girl, a cash grab is a fucking cash grab. You never know what the fuck is going on behind the scenes.
I mean, I guess, but I don't know. Yeah, that's all I have to say about mine too.
Like, I don't understand it. Like, I never followed her career like that, but I don't understand where her music is now. Because she was country, and then she transitioned from country to pop.
Yeah, that was okay for
and
a
then
year.
But then she, like, did country again, and then now it's, like, pop, but it's not, like, really pop. It's all, like, very slow, mellow, mid-tempo, low bass songs. Like, I don't know. Anytime I listen to any of her songs from the past, like, 5 years, it just has, like, no flavor to it. Like, it literally sounds AI generated to me.
I don't know. I don't remember the last time I heard a new Taylor Swift song and I enjoyed my time listening.
And, like, have you seen the videos of her performing at her tours?
Yes.
She looks like a fucking idiot.
There was, like, no choreography in mine, and people were comparing it to Beyonce on tour.
Like, she has no fucking stage
and
presence.
How much her tickets cost. I said tickles. How much her tickets cost and everything like that, which was insane, by the way.
Like, I just don't get it. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But I guess we can transition to my fucking people. If you haven't seen what the fuck Marjorie Taylor Greene is on, if you don't know who that is, you're lucky. Stay not knowing who that is. But if you didn't see what she did on your TikTok For You page this week at some point, or on Twitter or somewhere, like, you're living under a fucking rock, because that shit had me pissed. Jasmine Crockett, she had me rolling.
Real.
She had me rolling. She said, maybe you're not here for the right reasons. Maybe you can't see with your fake eyelashes. And then the bitch got called beach blonde, bad built, butch body. And I was scrolling on my For You page today, and someone turned that into a song already. And, like, I love to watch that bitch get dragged. I literally scroll through Twitter, and I'll just see videos of her literally, like, working out, and the caption is just beach blonde, bad built, butch body. And I think that is absolutely fucking wild.
It's just making me think of that Boston Brawl.
Oh my god, with the fucking chair.
Yes, and how that song came out literally, like, the next day. That's all that made me think of.
No, and, like, she went on, like, different news networks, Jasmine Crockett, afterwards, and people were like, do you regret it, or whatever, like, do you wish you would have said it more kindly? And she's like, I absolutely do not regret a single thing I said.
Real.
She said, I absolutely do not care.
Eat her up.
She said, if she goes low, I am not required to go high.
Period.
I am allowed to go right down there with her.
Period. It's just wild. Like, y'all were in, like, court.
Like, literally,
Someone had to type that. Someone typed that.
someone typed that, and then when I tell you that they stopped the fucking hearing and they had a, like, 7-minute long discussion about this, and then they had the stenographer read it back, like, 3 times.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. Like, I think that's amazing.
Like, she's just fucking wild, and she's just on Trump's dick like white on rice. And she is white like rice.
Real.
So,
And, I mean, the Drake one is pretty
I
self-explanatory.
mean, Drake is pretty
If you
self-explanatory.
haven't heard about that.
Like,
go
at this
pick up a
point,
fucking phone.
he's just getting ate up left and right.
I'm pretty sure it's, like, done.
Like,
That's what I heard. I don't know if I'm wrong or not.
from what I've seen, I think he's just trying to release, like, as many, like, singles as he can. Or something like that. I think he might have dropped an EP or some shit. I don't know. I haven't looked at his discography, but I saw some shit on Twitter about him releasing more songs and about how they were, like, his response, and people were just like, you lost that. Like, take the L. Like, Drake, you need to take that L. And, like, Drake, you need to just take that L.
I heard some people waiting on Kendrick to release another song.
I hope he does. He's released 2.
What do you mean?
He released Euphoria, and then he released another one. Or he didn't release another one, but he was featured on one of the ones on the that album. The first one, I'm pretty sure. His latest release is Family Matters, May 3rd,
Yeah,
I think.
that sounds right.
I don't know. Drake just needs to sit down in a corner somewhere. Like, it's embarrassing for him.
Yeah, he should have stepped out like J. Cole did.
Like J. Cole said, respectfully, I am not getting myself involved in this kind
J.
of
Cole
bullshit.
said, I love the game. Peace out.
Peace the fuck out.
And as he should. Because if I was J. Cole and I said, I love everybody, it's just me, Drake, K. Dot, I'm feeling like number 1. And Kendrick responded back and said, fuck the big 3. It's just big me. I would have bowed out too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's so true.
I would have been like, you got that.
You ate that. You ate that up.
You got that. You got bars.
You took that W. You took that dub. Well, that concludes this week's episode of The Nightmare Rotation. Please follow us, subscribe, like
Share.
this video if you're watching it on YouTube, share it, support. If you're watching this on YouTube, our GoFundMe and Cashapp is linked in the description. And if you would like to support us, we would both really appreciate it.
Real.
We will see you guys again next week. Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.